Step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see our whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many adaptations that makes the killer whale the top predator of the ocean. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca, but they're more commonly known as killer whales. And here at SeaWorld, all 5 members of our pod have their own individual names and identities. The first is Katina, our matriarch and leader at 44 years old. Next, we have our 2 females, Nalani and Malia. And last but not least, joining us in the slide out, we have Trua and Makaio, our 2 male killer whales. Now the whales trust us and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. So think about when you go to the doctor and your doctor asks you for a blood sample. You know to hold out your arm and your doctor will take that blood sample from the inside of your elbow. Well, killer whales don't have elbows like you and I do, so we had to get a little bit creative. Now both Justin and Morgan have asked Trua and Makaio to flip over onto their backs and present us with the underside of their tail flukes. Now there's a vein that runs along the center of each lobe of their tail flukes, and this is a perfect place for us to be able to collect that blood sample. Now not only is this so important for the health and well-being of our killer whales, but we can share this information with scientists and researchers who are studying killer whales out in the ocean. Now you'll notice too, as trainers, we are constantly giving our whales nice big back, tail, and even flipper massages. Now the killer whales have very sensitive skin, so not only is this a great way for us to get a good look at their entire bodies, but it's an excellent way for us to build our relationships with them as well. Now another important diagnostic tool not only are those blood samples, but again, something you're all trained for. You know to step onto a scale to see how much you weigh. Well, in one of our adjacent pools, we have a killer whale size scale that our whales are trained to slide their entire bodies up onto, as we're going to be simulating for you in our slide out. Now we have Makaio on the left and Trua on the right. Now take a look at their bodies. From their dorsal fin all the way down to their tail flukes is a very powerful muscular part of their body called their peduncle. Now this could weigh several hundred pounds. And by them keeping their tails in the water, we would be missing out on all of that pain. So to fix that problem, Justin and Morgan can ask Trua and Makaio to lift their entire bodies up and out of the water. And just like this! This is how Trua and Makaio would properly weigh themselves. Now you may see this behavior over the course of our presentation today, but know that it's one of the most critical, one of the first behaviors that we train our whales. Now we weigh our older whales to make sure they're maintaining a healthy weight, and our younger killer whales to make sure they're growing properly. Now SeaWorld's research and observation on the killer whales under our